What passes? What remains? What should pass away? What should remain and endure? Most of us know moments when we have thought, if only it could always be like this, or stay like this for as long as possible. Stay a while, you are so beautiful, says Faust in the famous play about such a feeling, which he excludes for himself, however, because he was a driven man. Peter, James, and John are different when they are allowed to experience the transfiguration of Jesus. And Peter conveniently suggests, "We could stay here, build 3 huts for you, and immortalize the moment, or at least prolong it." Very understandable, even if the wish is not fulfilled and the descent from the mountain follows immediately. There is also the exact opposite, situations in which we wish, "Oh, if only it was already over." Maybe even pray, "Let it pass quickly." Everything that is not in God and for Him will pass away with time. What was the situation in which Mary Ward formulated this sentence? It is the 24th of November 1627. The location is Vienna. After the foundation in Munich, everything happened very quickly. The emperor in Vienna, or rather the empress, also wanted a school for girls. Although there was a shortage of staff and some warned against it, Mary decided to found a second school within a year. Things were going well until an episcopal delegation came for a visitation a week prior to this date. The visitation was relatively friendly, but the final question was why they had not sought permission from the local bishop. She answered truthfully that they had relied on the emperor, just as they had relied on the elector in Munich. It is possible that problems might soon arise from this situation. But in her letter to her beloved fellow sister Winfried, Mary is primarily focusing on Winfried's worries. There is resistance from a Jesuit in Naples. He has made sure that some young women, who had already applied, do not want to join the community after all. She writes, "Father M. and a few others will prevent this happiness as long as God allows it. But everything that is not in Him and for Him will pass away with time." Mary Ward had wishes and she had fears. Both are named. But she also had a somewhat larger framework for it. This framework relativized the problems she put into it. It helped to distinguish between the important things and minor consequences. It placed everything in a larger context that was not clearly visible but could be assumed and believed. In a sense, she was listening to Gamaliel's advice in the Acts of the Apostles. "Keep away from these men and leave them alone, for if this plan or this undertaking is of man, it will fail. But if it is of God, you will not be able to overthrow them." In addition, Mary also provides a criterion of how we can recognize whether something might ultimately endure. What is in God? The beauty and order of all that has been created, and the goal for which we were created, to love. What is for God? Our small endeavors to build the kingdom of God, when we become active for God and act in His interests. It is worth reflecting on this. Does anything change when I place my whole life or my current situation within this larger context? I dwell on the moments in my life that I can believe were and are in God and for God.